Business owners wanting to select an online platform for their solution are up against a big challenge. First of all, there's many solutions on the market. They come in different flavors. And especially if you're not technical, this can be a very overwhelming decision and one that's tough for you to make. My name is George Diaz. I'm president and founder of Larry Jacob Internet Marketing since 2014. I've been working with business owners to build, launch, and sell their online courses. I'm happy to meet with you if you have some things that you need to handle. There are links in the bottom here to get you started. So let's get started. There are three major types of online course platforms. There are all-in-one platforms. Examples of those would be Kajabi, Thinkific, and Teachable. There are course marketplaces. These are a little bit like the first ones, but they provide a marketplace to publish your courses. So there's Udemy, there's Coursera, and a few others. And finally, there's the self-hosted LMS option, learning management system, solutions like LearnDash, Lifter LMS, and Tutor LMS are just a few of those. So I'm going to be going over each of these. I'm going to be showing you the pros and cons, and I'm also going to share with you at the end an example of one of my customers going way back who was making a decision, and that decision-making process might give you some insight as to what might work best for you. So let's get started. So the first one is all-in-one platforms. So all-in-one platforms are hosted by the organization that offers it. So you don't have to get your own hosting. You would sign up with them. They typically will have a monthly or a yearly charge, and you get started. One of the pros is that it's relatively straightforward to get started. You sign up, you commit to a monthly payment. Sometimes they give you a discount if you go yearly. And it's intended to be pretty straightforward to use. Now, the con or the negative of going that way is that you have only what that provider includes in their solutions. Now, they build these so they address the needs of just about 80-90% of the market. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in business. But you have to keep that in mind, because if in the future you think you're going to need something that they do not offer, you got to take that into consideration. Now, it might be a good thing to use those platforms to get started with the idea that it's temporary, and temporary might be a year, might be 2 years, who knows? But at least you're aware of its limitations and where it might fall short in the future as you grow your business. Now, the second category is course marketplaces. The two big ones in this market are Udemy and Coursera. Now, one big benefit of these is that they have huge numbers of learners. I started doing a little bit of research. Udemy is like in the 75 million users. Coursera is about 113 million users. Both of them are growing very fast. So the number of eyeballs that can potentially see your course is very big. Now, the negative is similar to the all-in-one solutions in that you have what they give you, and that's it. You're not going to be able to grow past that. Now, another big disadvantage of these is that they take some fairly big commissions, and they typically only allow you to charge small numbers. They want to offer a lot of small courses, and we're talking $20, $30. And then on top of that, they're taking a commission, which can be fairly high. So that's something for you to think about. It might be a good way for you to test out your offering based on what Udemy customers are saying. So it could be a good platform for experimentation, but you really have to look at these cons to see if that's a match for you. Now, the third one is a self-hosted learning management system, or LMS. Now, these solutions are going to run on WordPress. WordPress is an open source platform. It makes up about 44+% of all the websites on the internet. The reason that's the case is because anybody can take the code from WordPress. WordPress is wide open, and build onto it. So it encourages people to build additional systems like these LMSs that work with it. It also means that there's a super aftermarket for these tools. So if LearnDash or Lifter LMS doesn't offer something you need, you can come up and create something. You can take advantage of that and use those features for yourself. So you're unlikely to not have something you need. And if it's not offered by an LMS edition add-on, it can be added by any WordPress developer in addition to, just anybody in the market. And then on top of that, you can do customizations if you need something more. So sky's the limit on what you can do. Now, the con to that is that you've got to, you're going to have higher upfront costs. Now, unless you're very WordPress savvy and you're very technical, it's going to take plenty of work and likely money to get the initial version of your platform up and running. Once you have it up and running, you should be able to take it over, updating the content, making modifications, things like that. But you're going to be, you should expect to have an upfront cost that you won't have with the other solutions. So our team, we build these sites. We're especially well versed with LearnDash, using that in the WordPress environment. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to use the links below to contact us. And so, like I promised, I wanted to share with you an example of a customer that we worked with. And from the very beginning, they got advice from someone that they knew that they should use one of the all-in-one solutions. This was a while back. This is before LearnDash was on the market. And they insisted that we use this feature. Now, we started working with them. We built it. They were thrilled with the initial release of their course. Now, like the all-in-one limitations that I mentioned earlier, they ran up into them. So about a month or two after we launched it, says, hey, we want to do this. And we told them, that's not an option. A couple months later, they came up, hey, can we do this? And it's like, no, your platform doesn't allow for that. And so they really went against our recommendations. We built it the way they wanted it to. And as a result, they were stuck with a solution that didn't support their business and the growth that they wanted. So these are the kind of things that you really want to keep in mind as you're selecting the platform for your organization, so that, in the short term, you have what you need, but then also in the long term, you get the support that you're expecting based on the growth. At the same time, don't go overkill, because I've also run into people who have built something custom and elegant and out of this world, and later they hadn't done a lot of the right market research, which, by the way, we can help you with. And as a result, they overspent, and on a platform that really was never leveraged 100%. So hope this sharing with you has been helpful. Let us know in the comments what you think.